Hello, beautiful. I am going to do this intro once for the rest of the signs. I already did it for Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, but I actually have a very tight schedule to get these done before April arrives. So to maximize my time, I am going to do this intro once for you, my love. So don't take it personal if you don't get a personal intro from me this month. And I am fully aware that I did not have to tell you that. But, I feel like we've got something personal going on. So I want to be transparent with you. I just figure it just makes more sense for my time to get the intro done once. And it really is for people who are new here. So if that happens to be you, we're going to get into a couple of things today, okay? First, we're going to get into your monthly forecast, and that's what to expect for the month overall, okay? But first, we're going to get a jumper from one of my oracle decks here to get a major theme of the month for you, okay? We want to see what exactly this month is highlighting for you, but I like to do this at the end because I feel like it really puts a period on the reading, it just really brings everything together. Then we're going to get into your love and career readings. Those readings are going to look like what to expect, the unexpected theme of the month, okay? So we got 3 spreads to get into: monthly forecast, love and relationships, career and finances. Then we'll read your oracle message at the end. Now remember, this is a collective reading. Receive what resonates, release what doesn't. I do make these with the intention of reading for your sun sign, but I encourage you to watch your moon and your rising as well so that you get a 360 view of what to expect this month. I definitely encourage you to comment. That really helps keep the engagement and lets YouTube know that you like this content so that it can push it out to more people. So please like, share, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that energy exchange. Now, I want to give a special thanks to my light keepers. So if you're watching this in the month of April, that means that is you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm probably going to insert something here because I saw on this other guy's channel, he did like a whole thing where he basically gave a shout out to all of his contributors. And I was like, oh, I should do that. That was so cute. It was like a really nice way of saying thank you. So if you're watching this and I've done that, thank you. If you're watching this in May and you want to be one of these people who are featured and honored, definitely join by using the link below to become a light keeper, to become a member. And as a reminder, you get 15% off readings with me, 15% off readings for me, lifetime, as long as you are a light keeper. So, I'm out of breath. So if anything I say resonates with you and you'd like to go deeper, just keep that in mind. You have additional perks and discounts with me, okay? And also, if you guys ever see me go live, because that's kind of been my thing lately, just for the sake, again, of time, I like to pre-record the forecast, but I usually will go live when it comes to rest of the month, all signs, and the new and full moon readings. I usually go live with those just because it's so much easier for uploading. You as a light keeper have special emojis that you can use. So definitely take advantage of those. I made them myself in Canva. Not that they were like super wildly like amazing graphics, but I'd love to see those used, those little pink little graphics used if you guys happen to catch me live. And I do schedule them in advance. I usually will look at my calendar and say, okay, what day am I going to go live? And so if you are wondering, when is Whitney going live? I usually probably have it scheduled under the live tab in my channel. Okay, so we're about to get into your reading, but let's go ahead and do a grounding and a reset, okay? Let's go ahead and take a couple deep breaths. Drop those shoulders. Relax your jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Just relax. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're watching this in bed at the end of your day, if you're watching this in a shower. I watch a lot of content in the shower and people are like baffled at me. I'm that person who like will watch my favorite shows while like on the toilet. Like I'm that person. So if that's you right now, I get it. But like also I'm here with you to get grounded. Wherever you are, maybe you're in your car, be safe, okay, while you're listening to me. But just take a moment to just release any tension in your body and be present for whatever messages need to come through right now. And we just thank Spirit in advance for the divine wisdom that is going to come through. Amen. Without further ado, let's get into your reading, boo. Oh my God, Libra. First of all, why the fuck am I always crying before I get to your damn reading? What is that about? I was just randomly scrolling TikTok, you know, just in between my recordings, and I came across that video of that woman, Tammy Lynn. Her TikTok is still, I was scrolling on the computer, which I never do, but my phone is here and then my, whatever. I was just taking like a little break, and I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but this woman posted about her waitress who's 81 years old, and she mentioned like she overheard that she told another table she's still working because her Social Security isn't enough. Her bills exceed her Social Security. And she said she's going to leave a video and she just wants the video to go viral, just to kind of like whatever income she gets from the video she was going to give to the woman. Now, the woman didn't think it was going to be that intense. Like, she thought maybe it would just do well and she could, you know, gift the money to Betty. But of course, pulling on the heartstrings of everybody in America, including myself, a GoFundMe got started. Now there's $250,000 in this GoFundMe, and like I can like cry again because like even when I think of my parents and like their retirement situation and so many other people who just don't have enough, and just watching this like 81-year-old woman kind of like, you know, doing her best to still work or having to still work is just so heartbreaking. And just the way people are just banded together just made me so emotional, and I was just crying. And I'm just like, then I started watching all the videos and all the updates, and I'm just like this is what happens when you have cancer placements, guys. You just cry at everything, but not always for bad reasons. Okay. Anyway, Libra. I'm in last night's makeup, okay? But it is what it is. We had to go to bed, and I want to get your reading done before I head out to Pennsylvania for a gig today. So let's get into it. Let's get your jumper, Libra, for the month of April. Yeah, for Libra. I got two there. I don't want two. I just want one. What do you have for Libra, please? What do you have for Libra? It keeps giving me two. I'll take them. I'll take them. They flipped over upright. So we'll put that to the side. Okay, Libra. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. Remember, we're looking into 9 positions. Current self, theme of the month, key goal to pursue, obstacle to overcome, major accomplishment, what to avoid, what to embrace, I think that sound of that car is so obnoxious, what to embrace, where to find support, and advice and encouragement. I guess I must not usually record on a Saturday because my street is just so busy, and it's just like, why is this so alive right now? And also it's like the first nice day in a very long time, so everybody's outside right now. Everybody's outside. Okay, Libra, here we go. Back to deck energy is the 4 of Swords, which I'm not surprised, like, because you just went through this period of rest and recovery. Okay, obstacle to overcome. Okay. Okay. Okay, Libra. Okay, like April for you, we've got advancement happening. We've got progress happening. Okay, I like this. So current self is Empress energy, feeling very, feeling like you're ready to birth something new with the Empress energy here. The Empress rules motherhood, mothering energy, and luxury and abundance. It's like she's receptive. The Empress doesn't really have to do anything. I love how she's portrayed in the original tarot deck because she's just chilling. She's not She's unbothered, you know, if I can find it in this deck. If I get through this whole deck, there it is, I was like to say. You see how she's just kind of like relaxed, sitting on her throne, in tune with nature. That's you at the beginning of April. You're just like, you know what, I'm not forcing anything, I'm not rushing anything. But again, Empress energy is also about motherhood and birth. So like maybe you're really focused on birthing something new this month, at the start of April anyway. Theme of the month is Three of Wands, which is progress, expansion, and growth. Waiting on your ships to come in, or in this deck, more so waiting for your flight. Like you're ready to go places, right? So that's the theme of April for you. I love that. Love to see that here. Key goals to pursue is Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is personal contentment, happiness, and a wish fulfillment. So there's something that you desire and that you will be working towards this month. Let's see what that is for you, Libra. House just flipped out. Not surprised. Not surprised. Now, this could manifest in a couple of ways. Maybe you realize you want a new place of residence. Mature man here. I don't know why, if that's relevant. Maybe this is about stability. Key goals to pursue. Maybe you want to change something in your home. Maybe make it more inviting, redecorate. Clarify, please, the Nine of Cups for Libra. Two cards. Let's see what they are. The Sun and Five of Pentacles. It's getting into the one, you know how, look at the imagery here of the Five of Pentacles. I know you might not be able to tell, but they're in the snow. They are struggling through it, Lord, but then the sun is right next to it. I feel like this is a depiction of you coming out of harsh times into the warmth and sunlight and comfort and peace. I think you, with the spring equinox, with the solar eclipse, Libra, you're ready to move out of harsh times into more peace and happiness. You're ready for that unthawing, if that makes sense. Okay. Obstacle to overcome is the Six of Cups for you. Six of Cups represents the past, reminiscing, good old days, also family as well. Places, people, things that you grew up with. Is this the community card? No, it's the courthouse card. Okay. So there is something to handle perhaps administratively or perhaps with the courts. What are we talking about here? What does Libra have to overcome? I almost said Wheel of Time, which I love that show, by the way. Please start watching the new season. Wheel of Fortune here. Divine timing is at work here. Time for a change. Karmic wheel. I'm hearing time's up. Okay. What are we talking about for Libra? What is the obstacle to overcome? The Fool flipped over, but it's like with a stack of cards. So what is the obstacle to overcome for Libra, please? Nine of Cups again. This is, again, related directly to your happiness, Libra. I feel like this was the... I'm looking at your notes from March. Okay. No. I do remember telling you to pursue what's going to make you happy. I'm looking. Okay, no, not for the rest of March reading. Maybe for the eclipse. No, maybe that was from another month. I just checked on my most recent video notes. So it seems like Nine of Cups is really important for you. Getting what you want in some way in connection to maybe something that needs to be resolved with family or someone from your past, some sort of reconciliation. Sometimes the Six of Cups represents reconciliation and apologies. Oops, I hope you guys can hear me. Empress again. So maybe this is in relation to a mother figure in your life, your mother or the mother of, or maybe you are a mother, or perhaps if you have children, the mother of your children. Okay. I'm interested to see what comes up in your career and finance in your love reading. So let's keep going. Major accomplishment is Page of Pentacles. All of the pagers are like novices, if you will. This is not necessarily to call you a novice, but it comes up when you're wanting to be disciplined in some area of your life that you're not yet feeling like an expert on, feeling like you want to grow and develop your skills, wanting to manifest something new. I think by the end of April, Libra, I feel that you will be in a position where you're ready to do more. Similarly, I think Aquarius was in this energy recently. Like, you know that you want to do more, you're ready for a next level. And so I think by the end of April, that's the space you're in. Like right now, April, you're like waiting for the come up. Like, you know, things are like, you can feel the advancement. And then by the end of April, you're like, okay, I'm in and out. I know what I need to do to advance my life. Page of Pentacles does represent the earth signs, in case that's important here. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. It represents discipline, someone who's dedicated and hardworking. They want to prove themselves, right? So let's clarify the Page of Pentacles and why it's here for major accomplishment. Adjudication, again, heavy emphasis on something legal. I mean, I know you represent balance and justice, but there's something here. I'm surprised we don't have the Judgment card. Something here needing to be resolved. The adjudication card is like a decision being made. It isn't clear whether something is in your favor or not. So let's see if this determination will go in Libra's favor. I think it will be based on the cards I have in front of me, but we've got Tower here. Oh, no, there's a lot of cards flipped out. I need to be more specific, Spirit. What is this related to? If you give me the Tower again, I swear to God. No. Page of Pentacles again, and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is about your independence, babe. Nine of Pentacles is independence, luxury, abundance, and you are seeking that. So it seems that this is related to Libra, your independence, your financial independence, especially in some way. So some decision is happening by the end of April that is allowing you or catapulting you into more financial abundance and luxury. Okay. What to avoid? The Death card. This does represent Scorpio energy. Okay. The Death card here is about endings, transformations, rebirth. So we need to figure out what we're talking about there. Clarify, please. Okay. 3 cards just came out. One fell. Well, 4. Whoops. Oh, 4. Okay. So expectation, family room, thoughts, main male. So when I look at this in relation to what to avoid, I don't know, actually, that's not clear. Can you please clarify what this is for Libra? And now we have the Tower. Okay. I was telling another sign, I forget which one, maybe it was Cancer. Yeah, I was telling Cancer, sometimes the Tower isn't always about upheaval and chaos. Sometimes it's about your actual home, because there's not a lot of cards in the tarot that represent home. I was saying the only other cards that really represent your actual physical home I'm actually really, really annoyed with the street noise today. I'm not usually, my street is usually pretty quiet, but today it's annoying. Sorry. There's not too many cards in the tarot that represent home. So 4 of Wands would be one. 10 of Pentacles I might, it's a reach, but I would consider that one. But the Tower is like a physical building. So in terms of what to avoid, I still don't really know what we're talking about. Four of Pentacles. Security, withholding, clutching. The expectation card is throwing me. I'm not sure if you are expecting someone to help you, and I'm not sure if that's the message. It does feel tied to family here with this family room card, or your home in some way. This could be a message to avoid going back to what is already done with the Death card. I'm getting the sense, Libra, that you may be expecting somebody to offer. Not that I have the 6 of Pentacles here. You may be expecting somebody to offer some support, but they might not. And you got to be okay with that. That's one message that comes through here. I need more clarity to figure out what we're talking about, really. I feel like this is really vague. But what deck do I want to do? Okay. Clarify what Libra needs to avoid. Okay, so we have envy and man holding a heart that just came out reversed. I actually think this message is tied to family. 45. Let's see. When this card is reversed, it could indicate a disconnect or even total shutdown regarding your emotional life, blah, 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 blah. The man holding a heart reversed can also indicate a difficult connection with a man who may be easy to anger, deceitful, or quick to criticize. His behavior could be attributed to fear and self-doubt, yet he'll never admit it. Envy card is also here. I'm not like there. You could argue that this would be Libra, what to avoid ending a connection, a romantic connection. But then you could also argue that these cards are pointing towards avoiding. What you need to avoid is holding on to something. I need you, can you give me a song, Spirit? I feel like Spirit's trying to give me a Ja Rule song, which is wild, but which one? What? Y'all will not believe. Hold on. What? Y'all, the way Spirit just gave me down ass bitch from Ja Rule, cause every dog needs a lady. We gotta look at these lyrics. We have to investigate. We have to investigate. What are the messages that I'm missing here? Y'all. Every thug needs a lady, and every thug needs a down ass bitch. Huh? Feel me. Every thug needs a lady. Baby, I'm convinced you my down ass bitch. I'm sorry, but the way we were singing this in 2001, if you die for me like you cry for me, baby say yeah, baby say yeah. If you'd kill for me like you comfort me, baby say yeah. Girl, I'm convinced you're my down ass bitch. I know you're loving me cause you thug with me, who bust slugs for me, who gonna kill for you like I comfort you, who else but the rule, you feel me? I can't. Y'all, please go play this song. But okay, we have an answer, I suppose. I think you are being called to not end a connection. Okay? You take that in whatever way it resonates for you. Don't be so quick to end a situation just because things get a little shaky. Wow, I was not expecting that. Ja Rule, really? That's what you give me? Okay. Okay. Y'all, that's not even on my playlist. You see how I had to look up the lyrics? I don't even think I have any Ja Rule song on my personal playlist. I have not heard Ja Rule in a very long time. But okay. Okay. Clear audience at its finest. What to embrace: 7 of Cups, options, fantasizing, believing in multiple possibilities, creating your ideal reality. I think Spirit's trying to tell you to not be so linear this month. I think Spirit's trying to tell you to see all of the possibilities that something can work out for you. Advice and encouragement is a 3 of Pentacles, teamwork, collaboration, working together, okay, in some way. Working with others to reach a goal, reach a common goal. And then advice and encouragement is Knight of Wands. Whatever you want to pursue, Libra, you have to put your passion into it. And I think I would advise and encourage you to only pursue things you are passionate about this month. I would not advise you to pursue things for the hell of it, because it really seems like your happiness is paramount this month with the 9 of Cups coming out twice. And I only want you to pursue things that are really important to you, that feel really good to you, that you really want to succeed at. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause your forecast here. I'm stuck on the Ja Rule. I'm going to pause your forecast here so I can reset for your love and relationship reading. Libra, here we go for your love and relationships. I really got to lock in and focus because I got to be conscious of my time. So I'm going to try to cut the gabbing short so I can make sure that I deliver what you need. But sometimes it's hard because then I feel like the stories are like important for the reading. But I'm really going to focus. I'm going to focus. Think about the messages that you want to receive. 5 of Wands coming out reverse, maybe ending conflicts. take a moment before you even hear this reading to just think about what it is you desire for your own love life this month, okay? If you're single, have no prospects, get out there, start dating. If you are, dating a few people, but you're unsure of the connection, this reading could be for you. If you're in a committed relationship, I'll definitely try to interpret this reading for people who are in established relationships as well. Okay, we're looking into what to expect, the unexpected, and theme of the month, okay, for you, Libra, the month of April. Back of the deck energy here again, Nine of Cups. I really want you to meditate on that card this month because it seems that that's important for you. Pursuing your own pursuit of happiness. Pursuing your own happiness this month. What do you have for Libra? Second time that came out. That just came out for Virgo as well. Okay. All right. What to expect? Nine of Swords and the Devil reversed. The Nine of Swords typically represents fear, anxiety. Can y'all hear me? Is this too much? Is this, I don't know if this is, let's try to put that here. Okay. So Nine of Swords is fear, anxiety, and stress, worry, doubt. Capricorn energy here represented by the Devil card, but also it is about attachments. It's about indulging in debauchery, if you will. With the energy reversed, there is a releasing of an attachment. So maybe you're letting go of fear, doubt, and worry. There could also be a fear of losing someone, or that someone is, drifting away from you. I'm sensing a lot of insecurity, Libra. I'm sensing a lot of insecurity. And I've been in this position many times personally, which I think is why I can pick up on it so easily. I think you might be in a position where someone is showing signs of drifting away from you. And so you are now worried that they're doubting you, the connection, the relationship, but you need to acknowledge that your fear and your worries and your doubt are potentially pushing them away. So I need you to reclaim your thoughts, speak positivity into the situation, and let the chips fall where they may, okay? For committed relationships, maybe there might be an issue literally because you guys are not physically intimate right now. So maybe you're wondering if their attraction is still there. That could be an issue right now. And it may not be that the attraction isn't there. It's just that maybe they're just your partner maybe is going through different things. Maybe you're going through different things and you're just not feeling like you're in that headspace to be physically intimate. Okay. The unexpected is the Hangman reversed and the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, and also the Hangman actually doesn't represent any of the zodiac signs, but separate from the signs, Hermit is of course, needing to be away, seeking inner truth, inner light, inner guidance, and then the Hangman often represents feeling similar to the Death card sometimes, like holding on, letting go. But when it's reversed, it's usually indicating that you're finally letting go, you're finally ready to move on or detach from a situation. I think somebody that has left you on red or that maybe you haven't heard from is coming out of the woodwork. Is that the message? That's what I feel like the message is. It's feeling like somebody's coming out of silence or hiding or whatever. Oh, Ten of Swords. Now, again, sometimes the Ten of Swords, again, indicates a situation in regards with somebody or something that has already ended. This could be a message that a relationship is unexpectedly ending. In your life, if your life has already been on pause for a period, the reverse hangman may come as a positive sign that you can now move forward with a new perspective and a renewed sense of energy. You may find that events line up with more ease and flow and you're ready to go again. Because remember, the upright hangman is like pause, wait, reflect. There may have been a breakthrough or stark realization about how you need to do things differently. You're prepared to make those changes and move ahead with a new mindset. In a reading where a relationship is on hold, the hangman reverse suggests that you are content to wait around to a point. You realize that this relationship will evolve due to its complexities, you cannot rush it. However, you also do not want to wait forever, and you acknowledge that there will come a time when you must decide. Yeah, I feel that because that really does feel relevant. Remember, we had the adjudication, needing to decide, make a decision. We had the courthouse card, Six of Cups, apology, reconciliation. There does feel like, that does kind of feel like the vibe here. If I had to really put money on it, Libra, I don't know, because everybody's situation is going to be so different. It's either that you and your person are moving forward from a difficult situation, or that you are coming out of this hermit mode and finally saying, okay, I know what I want and I want to end this. But remember, that's like what Spirit's trying to tell you not to do, I think. I think Spirit's trying to tell you not to end the connection. But maybe we're talking about two different things. Maybe the death card, in terms of what to avoid, is related to something else compared to what we're looking at here. Can you clarify the unexpected for Libra, please? Nine of Cups again. I swear this card is stalking you. What did I say initially? I said somebody is coming out of hermit mode unexpectedly, that maybe you haven't heard from in a while, a situation that you thought was over is maybe not quite over. Mercury doesn't go direct till April 7th. Venus doesn't come out of retrograde till April 12th. Given the other cards that I have in front of me, Libra, I do think happiness is available to you. And I'm just not sure if it's you or your person that's making this difficult. So we have Four of Pentacles here, holding back, maybe withholding, feeling maybe like, a lot of times the Four of Pentacles in relationship reading is about trust. It also represents finances as well. You're holding something back, conserving your energy. Eight of Wands, quick action, maybe even traveling. 10 of Cups, big happy family, dreams come true. Page of Cups reverse, maybe not expressing your emotions. The Moon reverse, Pisces energy, maybe feeling like you finally have to bring those emotions to the surface and understand them. And then the Page of Pentacles here again, and ready to grow something and develop something. I feel like Libra, I just really think that you need to address whatever your fears are around this relationship, because I feel like you're low-key holding yourself back from embracing what could be a really positive connection. That's really genuinely what I see here. I think there's room for this to grow. But you're over here, well, wait, I don't want to be rushed into this and da 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 da, and I'm not comfortable expressing my feelings, so I'll just hold it all in. Like, ugh, stop. Okay, let's read these two cards. Let go of control issues. Okay. Allow the situation to unfold naturally and express your love. Make the romantic gesture. This is pretty straightforward. Okay. Especially if you're I started to say if you're the masculine energy within the relationship, take that step if you want to. But, that can go for it can be gender fluid, expressing your love, right? I guess what I mean is if like you're in a position where like there's no contact or something. I'm not really a fan of the feminine energy in a relationship making the gesture when there's no contact, because I don't usually think that ends well. I don't think that usually men are always going to take what's presented to them. I'm generalizing, but for heterosexual relationships, but men are always going to present what's offered to them. Why not? What do they have to lose? They didn't have to work for it. It's almost when somebody offers you some food. Oh, you want some food? Oh, sure, I'll eat. But were you really hungry? That's how I feel sometimes when women make the gesture in a no contact situation or in a conflict situation. But when men really are hungry, when they really want it, they know what they need to do. So keep that in mind if you're the feminine or masculine energy in a relationship. You can make the romantic gesture if you want to, or express your love if you want to, and they might be receptive to it for a moment, but I don't know if it'll get you the results you want to get. I don't know what stage of your relationship you're in, so take that with a grain of salt. Let's look at let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Let's look at that. The romance angels have heard your prayers about your love life. Now it's up to you to allow their help to manifest by stepping out of their way. By trying to control other people or external circumstances, you'll only frustrate yourself and slow down your answered prayer. There are plenty of times in life that call you to take charge, but this isn't one of them. Of course, it's fine if you have your preferences, practice visualizations, and hold intentions. Definitely ask the angels for your desires. This card is a reminder, however, that your prayer may be answered differently from what you had in mind. Be open to all possibilities, what to embrace, Seven of Cups, and trust in God's infinite wisdom and compassionate love. Control issues are based upon fears that others, including God, won't live up to your expectations. This is also called outlining, where you hand the universe a script of how you want it and everyone to behave. Outlining could cause you to overlook an even more beautiful way in which your prayers may be answered. So please call upon the romance angels to elevate your levels of trust so that you can enjoy the creative avenues by which true love comes to you. If I had to summarize this reading, Libra, I think you're putting too much worry into your love life right now. I think you really do need to embrace that Empress energy and just trust what is meant for me will never leave me. I think you need to remove the pressure from this situation. I feel like there's a lot of pressure in this relationship right now. And I'm not sure if you're putting the pressure on or if the other person's putting the pressure on. And I think you just need to kind of have an observant approach. How are they behaving with you? How are they operating with you? Do they seem like they're invested, or do they seem like they want to detach? Or do they seem like they need space? Because I think there is a little bit of a push-pull here. Like someone's moving faster than they want to. Again, I think fear is very prevalent here. Very, 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 very prevalent here. I would say that you are making a decision to go with the flow and stop overanalyzing. And, you know, you've done the inner work to process, to see what you want and see how you need to move forward. But now you're just like, okay, you know what? Let me stop being a little bitch. You know? Oh no, that's kind of like what's coming through a little bit. Oh my God, it must be really windy today. If you are in a relationship, the Hermit implies that this is the unexpected. Next to the Hangman. The Hermit implies that you have a strong desire to be alone for the time being. The Hermit is a very solitary figure, and like him, you need time on your own to figure things out about the future of your relationship. The Hermit may even imply a temporary separation while you go through this period of introspection. If you are searching for love, the Hermit suggests that now may not be the best time to start a new relationship. Do not be scared to take some alone time to tune into your inner self and connect on a deeper level with your soul. Alternatively, romantic relationship may simply not be a current priority for you. Yeah, maybe you're good with being alone right now. If you're single. But if you're partnered, I think there is a need for some introspection. Maybe the Ten of Swords here indicates maybe you or your partner feeling defeated, needing to kind of figure their shit out, and you maybe needing to give them the space to do that. There's a lot of ways this could go. Okay, I'm going to move on to your career and finances, but if you want to unpack your specific situation, you already know you get a discount. Let's schedule that with me if you'd like. Okay, I'm going to pause it here. A song just came to mind. What's that song by Justin Bieber and the Afrobeat? You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. I don't know if that's important to you. That song. We're looking into your career and finances, Libra. What to expect, the unexpected. Ooh, theme of the month. And Devil reverse popping out again. Capricorn energy, detachment. Second time. Devil reverse coming out. We just had it in your love reading. Okay. If we get the Nine of Cups again, I swear. Three of Wands again. Two of Pentacles. Love to see that here. And let's get one more. Eight of Pentacles reverse. Next to what? Oh. What do you have for my Libras? You know, okay, fine. There's a card. This is one I knew. It always fucking happens. There's a card that falls out, and I'm like, meh. Put it back, and then it comes out again. All right, fine, whatever. All right. And Spirit's always like, bitch, I said what I said. All right, what to expect. The Fool reverse and the King of Wands reverse. So you might be feeling like you're not sure of your path right now, Libra. You might be feeling like the Fool typically represents taking a leap of faith, a new beginning, whereas the King of Wands is very sure of their direction. They know how to lead, they know how to inspire, they know where they're going, right? Why all of a sudden, it's like the top of my lip is like, almost feels like I got scratched. Whatever. With this energy reversed, it's feeling like for me, you're just like, I don't know which way to go. Very much ordinary people. It's giving John Lennon. We don't know which way to go. Boom, boom, boom. Which, by the way, I watched a documentary or interview with him recently, or maybe like a month ago. And Ordinary People was actually about his parents, which I thought was very amazing. So, oh, shit. Let's bring it back. So for me, Libra, either a couple of things are happening. Either you're being called to lead and you're afraid to step up and answer the call, or maybe you're feeling like you don't, it's feeling a little bit more like you just don't know which direction to go. I'm not convinced that you don't want to lead or that you don't want to step up. I think maybe this is more about like, I don't know if that's the right path. There's a lot of confusion here. And this would be a good time to address, this is the card that fell out first that I put back, denial. Perhaps you're insisting that reality be something other than what it is. What are you refusing to see? It's better to live in truth than a lie. If you've been putting a false front on to make money, it's time to remove that mask. These are ways this card can be interpreted, but I think maybe you're refusing to answer the call. I think you know instinctively like what you need to do. I just don't think you want everything that comes with what you need to do. So for example, if you are being called to lead or step into management, for example, you may know that you'll be good at it, but you don't feel like dealing with approving time cards, for example, or expense reports or whatever the fuck. And you're just like, oh, that's not for me. And it's like, sure, but it could be. Okay, unexpected is 8 of Cups and the Tower reverse. Now, this for me is like you're walking away from something. The 8 of Cups does represent the need to be alone and isolation. But the Tower reverse is personal transformation. Sometimes it does represent disaster avoided. So it could represent a message that like you're not, that maybe you're not losing your job, or maybe that something is not falling apart the way you thought it would. That's a very loose maybe, because for me it does feel like you're kind of having a moment where like, you know what, fuck this shit. It's feeling like you are going through a change internally and you're like, I'm not dealing with this in relation to your finances and career. Look, yeah, you've been waiting because you know why? You've given something, a situation, a long enough time to grow. And now you're just like, I'm done with this. Like, I have to be done with this. I've got to move on. I need there to be progression in my life. And maybe even the Fool and this King of Wands is pointing towards, that there's a new beginning for you, but you haven't started it yet. Like maybe you signed a new contract for a new job, but you haven't started it yet, maybe. But this unexpected, there's something coming, there's something you're walking away from, or something that's coming to completion in your work life that's just not serving you anymore. And when I say not serving you, because I know that's a term that's really widely used in the reader community, it's just not serving you anymore. I really mean that you have given something enough time and energy to produce results, but it's just not. And I don't think you can afford to keep giving something or someone energy. So you've got to walk away for yourself. Okay? Now let's talk about what's coming up for you. Wait. Before I do that, let's put one Kipper deck on this unexpected. Mature man. This could be in connection to somebody who's mature. This may not be a job, but this could be somebody you work with or somebody you deal with. Because remember, this is career and finances. So maybe your finances are tied up in a family situation. Remember, we had obstacle to overcome, 6 of Cups. So maybe this is representative of you needing to walk away from someone older, or maybe you feeling like you can't help an uncle or a father or a grandfather the way you want to. What are we talking about here? Unexpected. Now we do have unexpected income coming in and community. You may be feeling comfortable or confident walking away from something or someone because you have an influx of cash coming in. Okay. Now let's go to theme of the month. Judgment, growth, evolution, progress, change. Answering, defining moment. And again, remember that adjudication card. Remember I said, I was like, I'm surprised we don't have justice here. Here it is in your career and finances. So there is a make or break moment happening in your career and finances. Queen of Pentacles here, earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Also someone who's very savvy with their finances, and also she does represent financial independence, as well as the Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Wands reversed, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Feeling like maybe you're in a lack of confidence, maybe. Three of Wands here. Progress, growth, leveling up. Two of Pentacles, financial stability and managing your priorities. Next to Eight of Pentacles reverse, very hardworking energy. Six of Pentacles, receiving money, and Nine of Pentacles here again. So I think really, Libra, you're getting your finances together, but it seems to be due to an unexpected cash flow that's helping you get a leg up so that you can balance your life. I do think there is a little bit of fear of because I do think the advancement that's happening for you, you're like, am I really ready for this? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You can handle it. Easy does it is the other message that came out. Slow and steady wins the race. This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Careful not to get involved with any get-rich-quick schemes. I like this card because it is very closely tied to the Three of Wands. It's like, okay, we're cooking with gas now. We see where this could go. We're seeing the first sprout, right? But you can't rush it. So for me, this is really positive. In terms of your career and finances, just don't hold yourself back. And I think even if you keep doing everything you've been doing this month, there is going to be an unexpected change. Like even if you're like, Whitney, yeah, right, whatever, nothing's going to change. Okay. Then you come back to this and you'll be like, you know what? I did have to make this change. I did have to move on. And this is what I had to walk away from. I had to stop working with this group of people or this client or this manager or whatever. But you know what? It was better for me because now I can advance in this way. You're ready, Libra. So let's actually talk about your oracle messages. The two that you got out. I saw surrender first. Surrender was first, and right beneath that was fruition. So I'm going to read both of them. I'm at fruition first. Fine. Okay. As the seasons turn, there is always a time when all the potential of the spring beginnings is manifest. The crops grow tall and are ready to harvest, and they have done this from a fallow field into which we have planted seeds. The trees have flowered, and now there is fruit to pick. It's time for the harvest. The affirmation is, I welcome the joyous fruition of all the intentions I set. When we are able to bring something to fruition, whether it be planting, a project, or a change in ourselves, it is the perfect time to celebrate all that we are grateful for and to mark our achievement. We may have worked very hard to bring this new situation into reality. We may have been patient in the way we have worked over time and sacrificed much to make it happen. The harvest moon is the time to be happy about our success and to share it with others. Our ancestors would dance and sing and have community festivals of thanks, all to celebrate the fruition of all that hard work and to thank the gods for their assistance. These times of high energy are also times to focus on your body, as they can be quite taxing on our systems. If we don't take care, it is often the time we can get ill. This moon normally falls on the moon closest to the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. Don't pay attention to that though. Something else that was coming through Libra is that maybe this unexpected of you walking away, it may not be so unexpected because maybe like the harvest moon saying, maybe you've been working towards something because the world represents major accomplishment and closures and chapters closing. It might be that something is happening sooner than you thought or sooner than you expected. Your back of the deck energy is Wheel of Fortune, which typically does represent clinging to control, but it's also about divine timing. I think something might be happening a little bit. There is something to do with time. You've been waiting for something, but a change is happening. A change is happening. The Tower is often sudden change. When it's reversed, it often indicates personal, but I do really think that something is changing within you. Okay, Cynthia, read this. Something has changed within me. Like there's something happening on a personal level that's allowing you to feel confident to close the chapter, to move on, to grow. Too long I've been afraid of losing love. I've guessed I've lost. If you have not, first of all, I don't even know how you're following me right now and you haven't heard of Defying Gravity with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, put on that song right now, immediately, earphones in, okay? Could bring you to tears because just the passion in which number one of the song is sang, but also the meaning behind the lyrics. It's time to try defying gravity, babe. Ooh, I can get emotional thinking about that because I really do feel like this is your message, Libra. Yeah. Okay, before I get too emotional, because I got places to be. 26. I can't. Me and my fucking Cancer moon on a solar. Today's the solar eclipse, by the way. Did I tell you that? Today's the solar eclipse. I should have just stayed my ass at home. I should have just whatever. 26. Surrender. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up. Let go of what you no longer need. Stop being so stubborn about holding on to aspects and behaviors that don't align with who you are now. Stop struggling. The affirmation is, I let go, I surrender my struggle, I allow the universe to work through me. It took me a long time to realize that surrendering was a positive thing. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mean the giving up kind of surrender. I mean the, okay, it's time for me to hand this over type of surrender. For those of us who are highly independent and used to doing things quite ably on our own, admitting we need assistance or that we might indeed have to let something go for our betterment can be challenging. Letting go and surrendering admits or exposes a vulnerability or two. To surrender, we may need to show our underbelly. We may need to admit we got it wrong, made a mistake, grew a bad habit, surrounded ourselves with people that are not good for us. It can make us feel raw in our realization. Remember, this moon phase is dark and beautiful. It casts a protective shadow that allows us to be as wide open as we need to be to do our work. We reveal safely to only the divine and ourselves, and then the light returns. Okay. Yeah, babe, give it over to God. You got to give it over to God. The tower again. My sweater kind of just moved. I have a deck sitting here, just moved it, and it's the tower again. What's behind that? The Hierophant. I don't know if that's relevant. Empress again. It's just time. Libra. It's a divine order. It's divine order, because if you're real with yourself, how long were you going to stay in this position? Well, I just wanted a little bit more time to do that. No. It's now. It's now. You'll be fine. It's time to try defying gravity. Sometimes when you think you're not ready, you need to be pushed into a situation so that you can finally learn to believe in yourself. You can't always wait for conditions to be perfect. Sometimes you just need to be thrust into it. Okay? I hope this is helpful, Libra. I'm going to go get ready for my gig now. I love you so much. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. And drop your comments, please. Thank you.